Yeah, here we go. What's good, y'all? What is good with everybody out there, man? Live and tuned right now. You know what this is? Battleground of Sports Talk. DFW Sports Raps, where we hold it down for everything Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, man. Cowboys, Stars, Rangers, Mavericks, Wings, FC Dallas. You know the rest. How it goes. It's the one-man force. Eyes and flavor of DFW Sports. And y'all know live game night, Dallas Stars did have their game earlier against the Senators that they ended up losing 4-1 tonight again. So that was a kind of a boring, tough one to see Stars go out like that. But right now we are live watching game streaming this fourth quarter between the Mavs and Suns. Starting to get real good and real dicey up in here. Real good and real dicey up in here. I already see I got the chat already up in there. Give me a second. Just have to set some things. Yeah, man, watching some NBA action. Oh, Cowboy Nation, Danny in the house. He say hiring Jimmy Johnson. Hey, you were saying bring Jimmy Johnson back into the fold. Big clap to you on that one, man. Big clap to you. Big props to you on that. Because you was right about that, bro. You was right about that. And I think it's a good move. My question is, what is the relationship really going to be like? Is everything real peachy, or how long can this last? How long can this last is my question. How long can this last? So, Mr. Cowboy, what is the deal? What is the deal? You say any Cowboy news today? The news that we only have of right now is just this battle between the front office and Dak Prescott's suspension. That's really all that we have. I wanted to talk about how do everybody feel about Jimmy Johnson being back into the fold, being in the advisory role. How do y'all think this relationship between Jerry and, Jimmy can actually continue to do something good? It's not like they're just going to all of a sudden, strike up the magic just like that. But it will be interesting to see what are you getting? How much advising is Jimmy Johnson doing in this advisory role is what I need to know. How much advising that he's doing. Because if Jimmy Johnson is really going to have a lot of say up in this, man, hey, I'm riding with Dak, but at the same time, if Jimmy's up in there, it ain't no telling what you going to get. Anybody can be gone. Gone. And I would trust his judgment more than anybody's. Let's go. Cleveland, as it is game night for the Dallas Mavericks and the Suns, as the NBA playoff race is really heating up. Mavs are a game behind the Phoenix Suns right now. But Jimmy and Jerry, as you say, you think they'll be fine. I'm just wondering for how much. What happens when everybody is always interviewing Jimmy Johnson? Jerry already got his show and all that type of stuff. But what happens when there's a lot of interviews that's coming from Jimmy Johnson? I'm trying to see how much Jerry Jones done really got his ass up off his shoulders. Let's go. You got a man advantage. PJ, let's go. Told you those two additions with the Mavs right there. I'm telling you, they're a playoff contending team. But looking at everything in the fold, who do y'all want to keep more? I know you saying not. We know a lot of the Dak non-believers are the ones that's just not on the side of Dak's, are saying just let him play out on this last year and give him up. So tell me this then. If you believe that Dak Prescott is really not the guy, are you keeping Cooper Rush while still trying to have Trey Lance back there? And are you how does that work for you? How does that really work for you? Because you're not really in any position to draft high in a draft pick unless Dak bombs out, unless this season bombs out. Then it would be time for a whole total change. So, you know what, Mr. Cowboy? I feel that what you're saying is, I think he knows what strokes Jerry's ego wrong. It's not about knowing his place, but he will be more behind the scenes and try to do the best, basically really instill culture. And I think he's going to be more for the coaching that's in the building. I think it's going to be a lot of coaches that'll probably come and say, well, what do we need to do? What, and Jimmy will tell them how they establish the culture. He said, I believe in my QB. Go give me a running back. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Because like I said, a lot of people, good still, Luka. A lot of people sit up in here and saying, oh, Kyrie with the nifty handles. Oh, and he takes it to, let's go. Let's go. Mavs running them. Let's go. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Like I said, we go up everything on DFW Sports. But you're saying everything that I'm saying and what I've been saying. Everybody's saying Dak is a loser and all that. And look, everybody has their opinion. Unfortunately, he is 2-5 in the playoffs, regardless how the circumstances may have failed. Regardless how they may have failed, regardless if a few losses in the playoffs weren't his fault or whatever. Unfortunately, 2-5 shows that you're not that good in postseason play. Yes, we all agree with that. But I know for a good and fact, since Dak Prescott has been the Cowboys quarterback, Cowboys fans have enjoyed more times than not. It's just the postseason. It's just the postseason, man. It's just the postseason. Postseason is where a lot of people are made. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. For everybody who brings up his record in the postseason, that's all fine and dandy. But every year, I'm just telling you right now, every year there are going to be 31 quarterbacks who did not get it done. Every year. And some of them, if not most of them, end up not having good playoff records if they even get there. So, look, bro, to each his own how you feel, but let's be logical. Now, you can say that the NFC East is still bad, and it shows being ran by the type of quarterbacks, and if you feel Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, and then everybody tried to hype up Daniel Jones all of a sudden, but you just see what's really in the division. The division shows you it's not that good. It's not that good. So what you're saying is, what happens if Stephen Jones spends off-season money talking about going all in and they just basically bring everybody back that's on the roster right now that's like free agent, like Kurz, TP, Biotish, all that type stuff? How do you feel? How would you feel? Because that would be his excuse of spending money in free agency. It would be funny, but TP, got to use him the right way. I mean, I agree. But I think if you're going to use him that way, you got to get another running back that does switch up the pace. Although I like Rico. Rico just was injured, but you got to get another dude that imposes physicality. That's just what you got to have. That's by far the only thing that the Cowboys are really missing to the offense, because they can still score points. They're just missing that physical enforcer on the offensive side. Jake Ferguson showing he can actually do that, but he got to get better blocking. We all know this. But looking at the situation at itself, at the running back position, they got to get more physical. And we already know what's on defense. We already know on defense they got to get more physical. But I'm just saying, if you were to let Dak run it off this last year, between Cooper Rush, he hit a 3. Between Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, I almost feel like Friday Night Lights. Lance. Oh, man. Green for 3. Let's go. Mavs up 11. It's a big game right here for the Mavs and Suns. Going back and forth while we watch the Mavs. That's offensive foul. Let's go. I would like to keep TP. Would he get paid more money for 1 year on the tag? Possibly. I just don't think Cowboys are wanting to spend that type amount of money on the running back position. Could you get him for $8 million? A couple years, $4 million. Maybe even 9. You throw in, 4.5. Maybe just 4. You kind of look at it that way. Tony Pollard it's amazing to me because everybody was like he was the missing key force in that San Francisco 49ers game that was a loss where right when he got hurt, the offense went stalled because the play after that, what happened? You get an interception, yada, 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 yada. But then he comes back. He's really working through injury, and then people say he just doesn't have the burst. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, man. Man, hey, Mavs showing they can play with anybody. What you say, Miss Cowboy? I believe the D will look a lot different next season. Facts. And that's what we're hoping for. And the main thing that we're hoping for is that they just play with physicality, that teams feel them. That's really the only thing. That's the only thing I can really put around this team right now. They need true linebackers, and they just need from top, offense, defense. They need more physicality. They got to be more physical. Damn, we trading buckets right now. It look like it's gonna be one of them endings to this game right now on TNT Mavs and Suns as we going all up in it. Oh, you like TP for 8 years, basically like $4 million a year? I'd offer that too. That's basically what I'm saying. Kleber. You got, matter of fact, in the Mavs game, you got the new owners of the Mavericks. They sitting courtside with, guess who else? Micah Parsons, along with Trayvon Diggs as well. It's good to see. I can't wait to see Trayvon come back, but he got to work his way through injury. But they're courtside at the Mavericks game right now. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. We were a little bit out of control. He said Curse might be gone, which I don't know what happened to him. Do you think he was playing with injury, man? I think he had to be playing hurt, bro, because something just wasn't there. Something was not there for Curse. Man. They about to play Golden State. Oh, give me that, KD. KD got his lunch money took. Alley-oop. Oh, he missed it. Oh, but he saved it. Damn. Lost train of thought. This got a lot of action. But Curse, bro, I don't know what happened to him. Talk about it. I believe I've said this on this show multiple times, man. Since he made that move to number 1, thinking he was back in Clemson, him been trash, sir. Okay. Let me take that back. He hasn't been the Curse that we saw him being when he was 2-7. Totally agree with you right there. Big agree. Sam Williams at linebacker. Before I answer your question about Hooker, would you want to move make Sam a full-time linebacker and still keep Parsons at defensive end, or would you move them both to linebacker? I think you move them both to linebacker. Your linebacking position is good now. I honestly believe that. Would you keep Hooker? Unfortunately, you just gave him a deal not too long ago. He just got a 5-year deal. Unfortunately, now if you can move him somehow, to possibly get some more draft capital, and I've been saying from the jump, don't be surprised if Stephen Jones and this organization make a move on a player that can free up some. I mean, if let's just say you're looking to give away some players to a younger team to try to get a draft pick or something, and you offer up a Michael Gallup and a Malik Hooker. Luka with 34 right now. Typical 30-point night for Luka. But a lot of people say he overrated. Oh, great job. Great job. Great D. Okay, D ain't been, Kyrie for 3. That's short. The owners and Michael Parsons and everybody, they up in there. But I would let Hooker go. Only you got him in contract, so you're going to have to try to trade him. But I trade him. I trade Michael Gallup. Them two can give me something. Full-time linebacker for. So you'll take that. That. Good job, PJ. Great rebound. Good cut, Kyrie with the finish. Let's go. Mavs up 12. Kyrie got 29. Luka got 34. Oh, he bodied. Ooh, Booker bodied Kyrie right there. Booker, I think, got 35. So it's one of them matchups, man. One of them matchups. My bad. It's one of them matchups, but I'd keep Hooker. Because your contract says otherwise. If you can trade him along with Michael Gallup, yeah, but at the same time, you might as well keep Hooker. Sam Williams at linebacker, I totally agree with you. He said just cut Michael Gallup. You're not getting anything. I trade him for a pack of Skittles right now. All right, Luka, you already got a tech. All right, man, he ran into us. Come on, man. Gallup, I don't know what to say about him, bro. But he honestly took snaps away from receivers this year. This is a fact. He took snaps away from receivers. Oh, don't cry for it. Come on, Luka. Chill out, bro. Y'all only up 10. It's still 4 minutes left up in this thing. As we are live game day action with the Dallas Mavericks and Phoenix Suns. It's one of them games on TNT right now. Phoenix really came out and they hit us upside our head, but Mavs battled back. Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Cowboy. Can you see the Cowboys picking up a receiver if available? And what type of receiver you kind of feel like that the Cowboys? Like I said, I've been giving my scouting report. I can't go over all the prospects, but I can give you prospects from Florida State for damn sure. And I mean, Keon Coleman, I know I don't think he'll be there. But if he's there at 24, that's a funny situation. I already said about Trey Benson. I've been hearing a lot of news about Trey Benson, and I'm like, nah, I can vouch for that. Just got to check his medicals, but I can vouch for that. He said Miller Lite, the only beer to ever have ties with the Dallas. So you know how I go. I keep it all the way, we keeping it all the way DFW Metroplex style up in here. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we really do it. Oh, Kevin Durant got his shoes untied. Got shook. No, he got lucky. His shoe came up out of that, but boy, that could have been a Bad injury right there. Miller Lite, yeah, man. I started doing my thing like that. And normally I used to do the liquor, but the liquor had me too much on 10. But I'm like, man, I try to give game day vibes and stuff like that in the game. Like, you know, right now we were watching the Stars early, but now we're watching the Mavs, and you're an Astro fan, so when the Rangers season come around, which I will be live tomorrow. If any Cowboy news break tomorrow, I'll be talking some more. Or if I come up with an idea, because now I don't have to work Saturday, you're going to see me probably 3 consecutive days going at it. Tomorrow we'll be opening, you know, the Spring Cactus League for the Rangers tomorrow. So we'll be streaming that for everybody, for my baseball people out there. We will be streaming that for sure. But you see how I bring the Miller Lite, you know, if you've seen the video vlogs, you know, being at the games, everybody got them. That's what made me be like, okay, let me full atmosphere up in that thing. And then when I go to Mavericks and Stars game, same way, I give me a Miller Lite. We keep it all in the family. Said we don't need a receiver, but Diggs would be nice, man. Hey, it just all depends what's at 24. And which, like I said, I believe they will draft the offensive lineman. You probably have to just find your next offensive tackle. If you're not going to move Tyler Smith to tackle, then you need to if you're going to move him to tackle, then you need to find your next good guard. I think you have to do that anyway. So, but they'll probably spend their first 2 picks on the offensive lineman, because you see Tyron Smith wants to come back, which you know, 2-3 years ago I wanted to give him up, but now at this point, I think he'll take the right deal for it if he want to retire a Cowboy, but he's not talking about retiring. But you will have to force him into retirement. This is where you draft a great quality left tackle. But then you also have to get you a guard here coming soon, because Zach Martin ain't, you know, he ain't no young spring chicken anymore. You know what I'm saying? He not. So I'm glad I'll be able to see you during this summer season of baseball. Because I already know, since what happened last year, you know, I know y'all going to be watching us, trying to talk that, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been trolling Houston fans, but they were doing us like that after they whooped our ass down here in Globe Life during the regular season, and you know, so I look forward to seeing you. I ain't gonna be hiding you. You see the gold chain back there? See the gold there? I know y'all say y'all got 2 of them, but you know, one of them, yeah. But yeah, man. Say, man. So it's all good. Represent. How? Oh, let me look at that play. I look at that play, and against all 3 teams, they didn't lose a road game to go and win this World Series. So, I don't know about that. That's something that ain't never been done. Not never in the history since they've been playing stick, hit, ball, and run. Has never happened. A team done went undefeated on the road in the postseason to win the gold. And you know I got to give me a pennant. Got to give me a pennant replica coming here pretty soon. So we'll be looking to upgrade the booth, man. It's going to keep coming. Cowboys, we'll keep talking about them. We're just, right now, we are on Dak extension and CeeDee Lamb contract watch right now. And the talks are going on, but Steven and Jerry right now, they're focusing on the draft as much, you know, basically on this combine, which I'm not obliged to. But it'll be interesting to see what they can whip up here. Like I said, I would keep Hooker, but I can see him, if for the right price, he can be expendable. Because I know how Stephen Jones really likes to draft. And I believe he thinks the back end of this draft, when he believes the back end of the draft is good, that's where he loves those 5th round picks. I haven't seen so many times up under this organization, especially since Steven has been around, bro. They value that. That's their word. They value the 5th round picks. What did Jerry say? It's the meat. The meat? What? Watch yourself. So right now, Cowboys look like they're playing hardball with everybody. But you know what, though? As much as a lot of people want to question Dak, I still got the footage in here. I still got the footage. When CeeDee Lamb dropped that first pass on that 3rd down conversion, you saw how it took him out the game? Did you see how it took him? You saw how it took him out the game? He really couldn't get it together. We saw what happened after San Fran. He blew up, right? I think he kind of showed him some signs where, look here, you know. Talk about it. Ron Bland, 5th rounder. That was a gem, bro. I'm glad I went to mostly all the games to witness his pick 6. Luka, you know, speaking that you be in DC, when I watched his historical 5th pick 6 against Washington, bro, that was life. That was life. It's in the shorts. If you go ahead and look at my shorts, I got it in the shorts. Of course, I got the game, but it's in the shorts as well. Bruh, that was fire. Right then and there, I was like, all pro. Mavs done put up 120. I told you they gonna roll out of bed and put up 120, bro. Now, can they just hold you up under 130? But this is clearly a good rivalry right here. Oh, and we get the turnover for sure. This is clearly a great rivalry in the NBA between the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks. It really became real. We already know what happened 2022. You know what I'm saying? That's where I really started my whole YouTube thing going. The Mavericks were really the ones. They were really the ones. They were in their playoff run. They made it to the Final Four. Something that we've been. Oh, he missed it. We made it to the Final Four. Something that the Cowboys have yet to be able to do. But hey, that's where this channel really started, and we started going up. But speaking about Deron Bland being a 5th rounder, you talk about a dude who has been ready for his moment and has not shied away from it. Man, I give him a lot credit. A lot of credit, man. To come again with the Cowboy, and it was just crazy to see how he came onto the scene last year. You were looking like, damn, Deron Bland, he keep picking things off. Hey, okay, we're going to have us a good nickel corners, good nickel. And then all of a sudden, Diggs go down. Bro, Deron Bland, he did not bat an eye. All he did was just keep getting his hands on the ball. And then returning them boys. Against the Rams, I'm trying to think how many. I'd have to probably look at my videos, but I'm trying to think how many games I was at that I saw pick 6. I can't remember if he had one against the Jets. I think he had one against the Jets. No. I know he had one against the Patriots. He had one against the Rams. He had one against the Giants. Was it the Giants? Patriots, Rams, Washington. I think he did have one against the Giants. And maybe the Jets. Maybe. I have to go back and look at it, man. It was so many games. So, if y'all ever missing Cowboys football, just go ahead and check, like, subscribe, the notification bell, and go to the videos. Go in there and pop in and have you some fun if you ain't got nothing to do on the Sunday where it's no sport. If you're not really into, like, basketball or something like that, just pop it in. I mean, you can always watch the replays. The replays are always good, but you get that vlog action where we really in the trenches. We really in the trenches. Really, really in the trenches. Bro, I'm telling you, this lady that was in front of me almost messed up the shot because her head was right there. But luckily, I went up to the top of the big screen, and I'm looking and I'm like, he threw it late to the side. Give me that. And then that dude returned it. So it was great to see that. Nah, Luka got... Bro, Luka, you might have to wear a mask, bro. You've been getting hit in your nose way too many times, man. Luka be out there flopping his ass off. But he got stole by the ball, and he got... never mind. There ain't no flop. He got a double whammy. He got the ball hitting his face when after the ball hit him in his face, a follow-up came with a damn hand. So, he done got a double whammy. That wasn't no flop right there. He got double. I ain't seen that before. You get double whop. Bow, bow. Mavs up 121-08 over the Phoenix Suns. About 2-minute warning. They about to scream. 2 minutes. Oh, I see it's a different announcer. It's a different announcer. What you got, Mr. Cowboy? In the Seattle game on the second to last drive, Bland almost lost. And then bruh, you said you bet for the Seahawks. I put in a bet for the Seahawks. They would have a turnover on downs, and Bland almost picked it off. He ended up getting to pick that game, though. As much as he got picked on, he still ended up having to pick that game. But, bruh, that game was the most stressful game because every game in AT&T Stadium up until that point was a blowout. It was a wipeout. Every game up until that point. In that game against Seattle, boy, it was, woo, let's go. Let's go. Luka Magic. 123-108. Mavs up on them boys. Mavs fighting for this 5th seed right now. And it's the last game. This will be the tiebreaker in the season between these two. So Mavs get this. They'll have the season series tiebreaker. That'll keep them. That'll put them in 5th. Let's go. But hey, that's why I tried to stop betting money. Now I get it. Some people be cashing out, but see me, I be going to the games. That's why I can't bet. I'm already spending money. I'm already kind of in the trenches, but hey. Yeah, he had a pick early in that game. Yeah, but you said the second to last drive. Okay, $300. That's where you see. You can tell I don't bet, but you got down to the 3 and said they'll turn it over on. I think they ended up turning it over on downs because he didn't get the pick. But hey, Luka, Kyrie, y'all can go to the bench. Great comeback victory. Great comeback victory. How do we feel about our victory? The new owners got courted by Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs up in this thing. Man, the Mavs tickets went up, bruh. I was looking at what type of game I'm going to try to go to, and I'm like, damn, bro. The 300s is like $100 plus. I'm like, God damn. In the nosebleed? I act like y'all don't want the chip. Hardaway, still about game. About 25 seconds left in the game right now. Mavs handled these boys. Mavs have shown. Let me just he said he won his bread. Yeah. So you won the bread and you got the game victory. That's a double whammy. Double winning. Win that thing. They call it W's for a reason, so it's a double W. Bro, He said, bro, game time, check them right before the game. You are absolute. That's really how I did all the Cowboy games. I did all of them. And the games that I didn't do, in sixth place. Okay. So we're at number 6 because we're behind New Orleans. But that's fine. It's a race. We're only a half game behind New Orleans. And 3.5 games behind Denver. So you got 3 East Coast road trip games for the Mavericks coming up here soon. But yeah, bro. I normally the games that I paid early in advance. I was like, why did you do that, bro? Why did you do that? Because you know exactly when, basically hours up before the game, bro, the fees start dropping. And all of a sudden tickets come from anywhere. So you right. Not too bad for the Mavs, bro. I said since the trade, they got rid of they got rid of Grant Williams and Seth Curry. Seth Curry just was too small, bro. That's all that was. But Grant Williams wasn't fitting. His defense wasn't good, and he wasn't making no shots. So that's why he had to get ran up out of there. And he wasn't fitting in the locker room. But now you look at it, they get P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford. They actually get a center. They actually have a 5. P.J. Washington, I believe he's a small 4, but when we play small, he can play the 5. He really, you threw a lot of bodies at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant really didn't do nothing too much this game. He didn't really do too much. Let's go look at the stats real quick. He didn't do too much, but you have a PJ Washington on him, along, big body. Then you have another guy on him with, you throw in Derrick Jones Jr., throw in Josh Green. You just mix it up. Man, Booker had 35. Kevin Durant only had 23. He was 9 of 23 from the field. 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. So basically, Devin Booker got off, but Kevin Durant didn't. When they both not getting off, they're going to lose. To me, the Suns got the problems the Mavs had. Although they got, what is his name, Jokic? I like him, though. Mavericks, Luka Doncic, one rebound short of a triple-double, 41, 11 assists, 9 boards. Kyrie, 29 points. P.J. Washington had 12. Tim Hardaway had 12. But great defense from the Mavericks tonight as they continue their win streak coming up out of the All-Star break. That's 7 straight. 7 straight. Mavericks have won 7 straight. Now they're in the 6th seed, half a game behind the 5th seed. Let's rock and roll. Their next game, I think, is Saturday. Well, I know they play Cleveland. Cleveland is the city where they come from. It'll be a full day this weekend. Y'all might want to check me out because we're going up on Texas Rangers baseball. Give y'all a preview of what can happen. So Mavericks play Sunday at 4 o'clock in Indy. Reunion with Rick Carlisle. And it'll be baseball season all the time. So it's just going to depend on a lot of these Cactus games be too early. So it's not like I'll be able to live stream a lot of them. Like tomorrow, I won't even be able to. Then that kind of kills my mood for that because they play at 2:05. Some biscuit. And it's going to be on a national channel too. But I'll just have to catch them Saturday then. We'll have to catch them Saturday. And I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, Mavs get big victory tonight over the Phoenix Suns in a rivalry that has been getting very heated and contested. Of course, we always got Cowboy talk coming around the corner. It's just right now it's all about the same thing. A lot of people want Michael to shut up. A lot of people feel like he's politicking his way up out of Dallas. Do y'all feel that same way? Y'all feel like his mouth is running him up out of here? You right, Miss Cowboy. You have to do is get in. I know. I got you. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm spoiled. I'll be having to get some good seats, bro. I get better footage that way, I should say. You know, it just seems like you just get better footage. But you're right. Just got to get in. And you just kind of get away from all the foolishness, you know, when you're sitting in some good seats. That I've kind of come to learn that when you're in the cheaper seats, bruh, shit be going down up there way more times than it's supposed to. But when you're in the good seats, far less times. But we do got to hit the Rangers up because we done already hit the Stars up this year. So I do got to hit a Mavericks game up this year. And like I said, I think they're going to be a qualifying team for the NBA playoffs. They won't have to go into no play-in this year. And all that talk about Luka's overrated. It was this one troll, and I bookmarked that whole conversation. So Mavericks get in, and they can at least get to the second round. Man, I'm a fire your ass up. I'm gonna fire him up on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm gonna fire him up like some fried bologna until he bubble. I'm trying to tell you. That's what's gonna happen to him. So the only thing I forgot. And Mr. Cowboy, I know you an Astro fan, so I'm pretty sure when it come down to the season, the Rangers lose, you gonna be popping up on here like, yeah, how about it, you know. So just know I'm gonna end up doing the same thing. So I already know this is where I'm gonna have a lot of come about. What you gotta say, Shaq? Oh, so they didn't give the Mavs that much props, of course. Of course, but Mavericks are in total position to control their destiny. They just got to make sure they show up. They got to show up like they're trying to win it all. Look, they can't even make no excuse right now. They can't. They're trying to find out what's going on with the Phoenix Suns. The problem is Luka Doncic is the problem for the Phoenix Suns. Because every time Luka Doncic sees the Phoenix Suns, he goes ballistically crazy. Crazy. Bro, he put in work on them boys. He's putting in work on them boys. Oh, New Orleans is winning, so they're gonna play. So and they're still in the division, so that'll be interesting to see how this rocks out. Should be flip flop. Thank you very much. Like Elvis Presley. I like it. So that kind of took my thunder out of because they don't really nationally they don't televise a lot of these Cactus League games, and they were going to televise this one tomorrow, but unfortunately I'll be at work. I won't be able to do it. So when we come back, we'll just have some more talk about these Dallas Cowboys, man. Try to figure out what are we going to do here. First of all, there's no moves that are going to be made unless you made the decision you're going to let Dak play on his last year, and you're not, or you're not, or you're going to give CeeDee Lamb his contract. So before those two things can happen, then we won't know what will really be in store for the Cowboys. But I'm here to tell y'all now, I believe Dak is getting extended to the much chagrin of everybody else. You're just going to look at the money, but I'm telling you, next year somebody's going to get paid more, and then next year somebody's going to get paid more than that person that got paid more than Dak. So y'all might as well get off of that. That'll just be a 1-year thing. So get off of it. And you're not going to be paying them $60 million a year. What's going to happen is they're going to they're extending this contract and they're just gonna keep backloading it and just give him a huge signing bonus. So y'all gotta like look at the whole business at its totality. Now, if you're gonna sit here and just you're saying that is not the guy because you believe he cannot get you over the hump in the postseason, that's fair to say because he's 2-5 in the postseason. That is fair. But don't sit here and say he can't win, bro. Because I have never seen a Cowboy team since our great run be able to control you can say the division is weak or whatever, but I think the division wasn't that strong before Dak Prescott. But for some reason, somehow, the division could not be dominated by the Cowboys. Yep. So that's how we're gonna talk about it, and that's how we're gonna roll about it. So tomorrow, let's come back and bring it back. It all depends what's all vibing on a Friday night, but let's see if we can make any topics. Hit me up on Twitter or hit me up on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Drewski Selfmade. Follow me on Instagram at It's Drewski. Follow me on Threads at It's Drewski as well as TikTok. It's Drewski. We're gonna keep going up and we're going to keep doing everything Dallas Fort Worth Sports. So Dallas Sports today was 1-1. Stars, I believe, suffered their 4th consecutive loss. You talk about a team that's trending in the wrong direction right now. And the Mavs pick up their 7th consecutive win, the first one coming out of All-Star break. And you talk about a team that's trending in the right direction. So we got a little things going down here in D-Town, baby, all the way to Funky Town because the Rangers kick it off tomorrow. So if I'm not doing live streaming, we will have basically the first Cactus League game going on. And I believe Dayton Dunning will be pitching. So we'll have that to talk about. It's baseball season, baby. So let's go ahead and get that racked up along with hockey and basketball. But it's always Cowboy time over here because it's America's team. You either love them or you hate them. There is no in between. So that's how we rock. That's how we get down, baby. Appreciate for everybody for tuning in, Mr. Cowboy. Appreciate you for showing love, man. As always, the super fan up in here, Cowboy Nation Danny. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Till we get some more breaking news, all we can do is speculate and sit on watch about the Cowboys. But outside of that, if you're into basketball, hockey, and damn show baseball, come follow us on this side because we going up on everything. As like I said, the Mavs, they are going to make their spot for qualifying for the playoffs, not having to be in the play-in. So I see them as a top six seed team regardless. I see them in there like that. Stars, I felt that they were still a Western Conference contender. They're trending in the wrong direction right now. Let's see if they can snap out of it. But outside of that, it's been a fun one. It's been a great one. All my people, out here, keep holding it down. Regardless if you part of my Cowboy Nation, big salute to you. If you're part of my Maverick Nation, big salute to you. Ranger Nation, go to sleep for one more time because the quest to defend the throne starts tomorrow at 2:00 Central Standard Time. So much love, everybody. Much love. Cowboy Nation Danny, man. You catch me at the end, man. Hey, what's good, man? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. I'm just now about to wrap up the show. We did the Dallas Mavericks live game stream. Tomorrow, I'm going to be end up talking about some Rangers, but I'm going to try to get some more Cowboy topics to talk about tomorrow as well. Probably be a late show, about around 8:30ish, 9 o'clock. We'll get the party started on some DFW sports, and we'll talk about our favorite Cowboys to give you some things to ponder about. I mean, I already got your handles on Instagram and on X, but we're going to keep talking about how to move forward with the Cowboys and then just the draft position needs that's just going to come up for the Cowboys. So look for me tomorrow. Like I said, about around 8:30, after 8:30-ish, going around 9, since it's going into the weekend, we'll do a little late weekend cut. Got to kick it with the family. Got to do that thing. So that's how we going to do it, man. Until the next time, I'm going to catch back with y'all. Y'all know what this is. This is the Battlegrounds of Sports Talk. This is DFW Sports Raps. You are now about to exit the booth. Make sure you take all your luxury items, all your necessities that you came with. Make sure you have a safe journey back to where you traveled from. And make sure you do everything with love, because love always wins, and that's law around here. So it's the odds and flavor of DFW Sports, baby. Y'all know how we get down. Mavericks came up big. Cowboys, y'all see the chains in the back. Y'all see where we represent. I'll see y'all in some Ranger gear tomorrow. Until then, I'll holla. Deuces.